Today I'm going to take you through the growing of Patola from seed up to it's 9.5 weeks. So I sow the seeds 9.5 weeks, and we'll start the video at 9.5 weeks, and I'll take you right through the growing of Patola. We do update every week, and I'm going to explain about the male and the female flowers. Good morning, it's 7:30 Easter Sunday, and Kira and I are growing. What are we growing? Patola. Patola, I think it's called Luffa in the US. It's related to the cucumber, and I've never grown it before, but I imagine the seeds are big, so that means they're going to be easy to sow. And Kira is very good at growing cucumber because she has cucumber over here. She grew from seeds, and we're using the fruit off it already. So Luffa or Patola, I think it's technically a fruit, but it's cooked. So there you go. I think. Now it's double packed. Oh, these are huge seeds. Now I'll go in closer. See how big these seeds are? But they're coated. So I will put 2 seeds in each. We can transplant them. I often transplant them. Now, okay, we'll put the 2 seeds in there. Put the seeds in the hole. One at a time. Push it down for big seeds. Now, next one. Yeah, we'll fill them all in then afterwards. In the hole. No, here in the hole. Here? Yeah. Like the same as the cucumber. They're big seeds. These are even bigger. Now, come on, the next one. With Kira's watering can. You have no more water, huh? Some water. Now I'll put this in a reasonably cool place, which is pretty difficult to find around here. It's 7:30 in the morning. It's already about 31 degrees centigrade or Celsius, whatever you want to call it. Fahrenheit. I'm not going to do the translations this morning. We're going to sow the rest of these, and in a minute you'll get back and see what these look like in 16 days now since we sowed these Patola seeds. Very mixed results. This one and this one came up after a couple of days, and now we're day 16 now, and the last few days a whole pile more of them are only starting to come up. You just see them when they come up. They're very, very big, you know. They push up through the soil. This one, it seems like I put 2 seeds. I don't ever remember. Maybe I did put 2 seeds in some of them. This one, as they're like a cucumber, this one will be nearly ready for potting up soon because the roots are already on the bottom of it, and that's after 16 days. So I expect these ones to come up once they come up through it, and there's more of them there. There's another 2 of them. There's 4 of them there. Nothing happened yet. Okay, so I'm going to split this one. I don't really like splitting them when they're this big because the root system is so big in them, but either I murder one of them or whatever, but they're healthy looking. Not as big as the single ones, but the soil could do with being tilled better. What's this? This is our Patola. Seems to be doing fine, our Luffa. 2 more days after the last bit I showed you. So it's starting to settle in, the roots are settling in. So I would expect in about, we'll be putting trestles going up along this. I expect them to be about 2 or 3 foot, 2 foot high in 2 weeks' time. Now today it's 10 days since the last clip. I said 2 weeks we'd wait and they'd be 2 foot high. They're over 1 meter high. And this is exactly, they all grew. I put them a little bit close down there. I thought we'd lose some of them, but they're all growing in this new raised bed. Yeah, that's well over 1 meter up to there. So it's exactly 6 weeks since the seeds were sown. 6 weeks exactly to the day. Now it's been 8 weeks since we sowed the seeds exactly to the day. We sowed them on Easter Sunday. It's Sunday again today. Oh, they're growing like crazy here. I'm after cutting some of the tops off them because I want to encourage more of these side ones coming out. Now it's starting to flower. The first flowers that come on Curbitzaceae, I think it's what it's called, is like cucumbers and Luffa and all those. They have male flowers and they have female flowers. You can tell the difference sometimes if you have them side by side. The female flower will usually be fatter. Now, the first flowers to come on a plant would usually be male and they will fall off. So I have a flower fall there for the last 3 or 4 days. You don't need to worry about that because it's quite normal, because the first ones are male and there's nothing for them to come. When the female ones come then, they will be fertilized by the insects onto the male. So they're not a true flower because they have male and female. But the male and female are on the same plant, so we don't need to. You don't need to worry. And believe me, you don't need to worry. And I'm not an expert, right? But don't worry. Top the top off them, the main one that's coming up, if you like, and then that'll encourage more of the coming out on the side, because they will carry a huge amount of fruits after a while. But the male ones are typically long, thin and slender, the base of the flower, and the female one is tended to be much stubbier or fatter. I expect it's only 3 days now since they started to flower, right? So it's only 3 days, and so the flower drop is quite normal in the first few days. So we're expecting, I'm expecting maybe next week for some of the female flowers to be fertilized by the male, by bees and wasps and whatever. We're still plenty of flower drop. Well, these are the males. You can see it's male. Can you see there? Yeah. The female flower has a kind of a tube, one tube in the middle of it, like. So. Good morning. Now it's exactly 9 weeks exactly, and you can see we have fruits on all the bushes, small fruits. So as expected, there's some there as well. They grow really quick. Like there's nothing there, and the next morning you get up and they're all there. There's another big one there. So as expected, we'll be harvesting next week. I'm expecting anyway. So yeah, there's many fruits now, probably 20. There's another one there. When you get up in the morning, you see these that there was nothing there the day before. You can see where they grow out, like the female flowers. The male flower is here, and the female one comes out here. Yeah, I'm happy enough now. Now I'll have so many fruit next week. I'll be giving them away, but we have a garden show, so I better give some of them away at that. Now it's exactly 9.5 weeks since we sowed this Patola, and most of the fruits are starting to mature. We'll be eating. This one is ripe, this one maybe a couple of days, 1 day. There's fruit everywhere, all over it, coming down here, everywhere you go around it. There's long ones, and inside you can see them coming down. So this is I expect to have fruit for several weeks now, so I'll have to oversupply, so I'll be giving them away. I have plenty of people to give them away to. A bit windy this morning, very early this morning, not raining. So if you like this video, will you please subscribe up here on this side, and thank you very much for watching the video.